Okay, folks, this was just interesting to me. I've known this guy for a while, Sid Yiddish. Now, I don't know how many years ago, he, a guy named C.J. Lady, and I did a poetry reading together because, in fact, all three of us have Charles really for the first name. So these guys are not so obvious about it. This person thought it would be so clever to have a reading by three Charlies. So we did that. That was probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. Then, about a month ago, I'm down there being an extra with Chicago Fire as a homeless guy with my old raggedy denim jacket. And there's this other guy with all these odd-looking clothes on, and it was Sid. And then, of course, of us sitting around, as you do most of the day, doing nothing, it happened to come out that he knows two-line throat singing. And since I pride us in having the most diverse open mic that I've ever run into, I immediately said, you do lots of stuff, you gotta come out here and do stuff, but do two-line throat singing. So I can say we had a two-line throat singing down here. As that's like having opera, you know, and theater and drama and blues and bluegrass and whatever. Okay, so let me just tell you, he does all kinds of things, but one of the more interesting things he's done, I guess it's like in the popular world really counts more, is in the Def Jam music video, Jingling, by Ludacris, who even I have heard of when I got him. And he's a rabbi running a barbecue somewhere in a mansion, and indoors, of course. You're not supposed to do that, you can kill yourself. But in videos, you can do that. Anyway, and recently, a publication in Edison called him a Renaissance man, and talked about his acting career that we were doing, being on Chicago Fire in the background. It's really pretty cool. Anyway, I'm out of here. You know, I like to give short introductions because we'd rather hear Sid Yiddish.
I'll get the small stuff out of the way first. I've got CDs for sale, and they're $10 each. But if you buy one CD, I will personally call you and throw something happy birthday. And if you buy two of them, I will not only call and throw something happy birthday, but I will, your choice, I will call and throw saying happy birthday or happy anniversary to whoever you like. Get that out of the way. So I thought I'd start off with some poetry and then kind of move into the other sort of weirder realm. So this is a piece of mine. It's called The Greatest Revolution in... Okay. Do I need to project?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that. That's just good. You know, when you're talking about your swag, you know, this kind of a voice. So that's how it goes, you know. Anyway, this is called The Greatest Revolution in Birdland. It's from my friend Joey Hughes, who's an author. He wrote the young science fiction, for young people, the science fiction book I am number 4, and also At Dawn is his new book. So this is the guy I met when I was in we were both in terrible jobs we hated, and he gave me some real inspiration. Once upon a dream ago, I was a jailed canary bird. Never thought much about flying, just laying eggs and strutting in line with all those other feather brains. One day, I heard a young finch's voice, so beautiful, so pure, singing a tune I ain't never heard before. So I asked this finch where it learned that tune, and the finch showed me note for note, line for line. I knew something was different as I felt myself cooing inside. Still, I had this feeling I hadn't felt in years. So I spread my wings and began to fly around my cage, almost clumsily at first. Then I got back onto the perch, directly in line of fire, much to the chagrin of the prison raven's demonic desire. It was then that I began to sing, and sing loud and clear, sung a song so dear and meaningful that it rattled the rest of those cage birds, and out. And from there on in, it became the greatest revolution in birdland that ever ceased to be. And out of their cages they flew, they strutted, shook a tail feather or two, and twittered and tweetered and cheeped and chirped. But now I fly and strut and sing on my own. I looked around to thank that young finch, but it was already gone, flown the coop. Godspeed, young finch. Godspeed. Thank you. So how many people here have been to the Wisconsin Dells? Just, yeah, there we go. We don't know what it is, we don't know how wonderful it is. So this is a parody of Edgar Allan Poe's Bells, and it's called The Dells.
That's plagiarism, not parody.
Figuratively, it is. Hear the splash of water on the dells, ugly dells. What a sight of homeliness their ugliness foretells. How they winkle, winkle, winkle in the pale Wisconsin night. All the men seem to sprinkle with a urinary flight. Keeping pine, pine, pine with a bunch of tissue line from the outhouse to the bathhouse that so wonderfully smells. In the dells, 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 dells. From the spraying and the sprinkling on the dells. Hear the molding of the dells, iron dells. What a world of water parks their monopoly compels. For all the boats that float from the $50 park tickets in our coats, and the people sit and drone on their suburban speaker phones. And the tolling, tolling, tolling feels a memento mori, the bank rolling from the robbing, the shish kebabbing of the melancholy dells. Oh, the dells, 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 dells. Oh, the ozoning and the rezoning of the dells. Hear the robots clanging round the dells, brazen dells. What a tall tale of useful scrap metal now old Tommy Bartlett tells. Much too mummified to speak. Oh, his robots can only squeak. For all eardrums are blown when those crazy robots screech like saxophones. Roaming faster, faster, faster like a blending mix master. An amorous attempt to keep the idea from becoming verklempt. With the dells, 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 with the flim-flammering and the she-banging of the dells. Hear the noisy traffic, Wisconsin dells, golden dells. What a world of tourism their financial status foretells. Through the circus parades in the night, how the cash registers ring out their profit margin delight. Through the dollars and the credit cards and the cheese concoctions that taste like vomit a la lard. How it smells, how it sells, on the future, how it gels. From the stringing and the bringing of the tourists to the dells. To the dells, 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 dells. Of the reaming and the steaming of the dells. About 3 years ago this spring, I went to Denmark, and I recorded this album called Safari Freak Show Adventure with a Danish band called Clean Boys. And when we went through the towns, the first one I saw, or actually, I'm sorry, the first word I saw was something called Snagelfart. And of course, you know, over there, fart means something else as opposed to here, you know. And so as we went along, there was like the words din fart and himmelfart, and himmelfart means like resurrection. Over there it's speed and control, and well, you know what it is here. So there was this town that really inspired me for this next piece, and this is a poem about flatulence, and it's called Middelfart. But trumpet blows into mouthing frenzy of frantic fretting. And tooting terror. Thank you. It's very hard to do with people so you have to hold your breath with this. So, speaking of Denmark, this is an old traditional song I learned over there. And it's a song called Jump on the Camel. And it's actually written by a guy by the name of Don Sand, who's kind of like the Mills Brothers of Aarhus, Denmark. To me, so all rolled into one. Don Sound is a-comin', coming to the town tonight. Don Sound is a-comin', coming to the town tonight. Don Sound is a-comin', riding on his camel, riding to the sounds tonight. Don Sound is a-comin', coming with his camels, coming with his children tonight. Don Sound is a-comin', riding on his children, riding with his camels tonight. Don Sound is a-drinking, drinking his beers, riding on the camels tonight. Don Sound is a-comin', coming with his camels, riding on his children tonight. Don Sound is a-comin', riding on his camels, drinking his beers tonight. Thank you. So, I think a lot of you came for the throat singing, so we're going to try an exercise here. So I'd like you, if I could hear a lion's purr from everybody. I heard some people actually throat singing song back there, so you guys are, whoever's doing it is good. Let's try it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're good, you're good.
Come on, coach.
Alright, so here's what you gotta do. You gotta sound like this. Try to get it. Count 3. 1, 2, 3. So So you might know that tune throat singing comes from tuba in Russia. There's a lot of bands out there. There's tons of them in Russia, of course, in Mongolia. At least 5 or 6 in New York. And there's a few throat singers around the country. I learned my throat singing at the Old Town School of Folk Music. It took me 4 months to learn my first sound, and 2 minutes to learn the second one. And I haven't gone back since. So I'm going to try a couple of throat singing pieces. They're my own. One's my own ballad, and the other one will be a whole traditional because I've forgotten all the traditional tuba songs. This first one is called Michael Board Weasel Squeezer. Thank you. So, I like applying my throat singing to, traditional American ballads. And this one, there's nobody here wearing a hat except for me. I'm not going to take it off. So I'll ask all of you to rise and put your hands over your hearts. I'm going to, if you can't stand, it's okay too. I'm going to lead you in a rousing throat singing version of My Country 'Tis of Thee. My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land of the mother's bride, land of the pilgrim's stride, from every mountainside of the I sing. You see it? I'd like to try this one. You don't have to stand. It's been a while since I've done this one. This is Bless You. I bet you could throat sing with your operatic voice.
I don't think so.
I
have no idea how you're doing that.
It comes from diaphragm. We'll talk afterwards.
Okay.
We can teach each other something.
Wow. That could be a high notes. You need the low notes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to try this one. This is the theme. Let's see if I remember it. This is the theme to All in the Family. I get this request every once in a while. It's just the strangest thing. And I also know the short version of Over the Rainbow, too. It's just a standard. Boy, did we let one another play.
songs that made the hit parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days. And we knew who we were then. Girls were girls and men were men. Best we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Couldn't pull the welfare state. Everybody pulled their weight. Gee, how LaSalle was great. Those were the days.
So I'd like to, this last one, I'm going to need some volunteers and then to the answer. No, just hang on.
Volunteer.
Hang on. Okay, so I need 6 volunteers. Stay put. 3 women and 3 men. I think I'll pick them out because this will be easy. Okay. Sir, just stand up. Just stand up. Okay. No, you can be at your seat. It's okay. Sir, you stand up. Okay. Let's see. Sir, you stand up. Okay. So now just take your seat. It's okay. I'll give you the instructions. Ma'am, you stand up. Yes, you. Ma'am, you stand up. Yes, you. Come on. And let's see here. Oh, yes, ma'am. You and the blue, you stand up. Yes, you. And so at the count of 3, if you know what circular breathing is, I think you do. Yeah, you do. It's just you keep kind of singing thing. At the count of 3, I want you to sing ah, and just keep doing it as long as you can. Okay? At the count of 3. One, 2, 3. I can't hear you. I'm deaf. Bring it up. Louder. I can't hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, we are gathered here tonight to witness the demise of freedom in bed. In bed, sex is determined on whether or not your partner can open up their mouth and say, First, I want to give a hand to the volunteers. Second, I want to thank Charlie for having me here and all the fine folks at Oak Park. I think Evanston is on the same keel as Oak Park for some reason. There's all the progressive, beautiful people are in each of the cities. As I heard, I'm going to stick around and I'm done. Thank you very much. Thanks for being with us.
All right, that's a little bit different. Thanks for being here birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, okay.